Elijah, we're not cutting anything off the top. You made that very clear.
And nothing off of here.
So nothing in the front.
Just these.
Just the sides.
Yeah, just the sides.
You're doing a lot, bro. All right. You can get you fresh. You've been waiting for a cut for a little bit, huh? All right. No design, right? Mommy said?
I haven't asked her.
No design. Pretty sure mommy's saying no. Pretty sure that's her answer.
Wait.
Summertime, spring. Come spring, then you can get a design. I love you.
I want to get tie back though.
No, it's okay. You'll get it back later. All right. I love you. Love you.
YouTube, what's going on, guys? For those of you that don't know, this is my son. This is my little man. And yeah, he loves haircuts now, so he's been dying to get a cut. We just haven't had time. And we're starting off with this number 2 guard open to blast through the bulk. We're gonna keep this fade lower, so that he can keep his curls and the shape going into the curls. And one of the things I posted on my Instagram, I showed the afters on my Instagram of this cut. This is my son, but I struggle with his hair. His hair is not easy. Just my opinion. You might find it easy. I personally think that this is one of the most difficult textures, and I think that unless you cut his hair, you won't really understand. Like, you gotta cut his hair to understand what I'm talking about. All right, so underneath the 2 open, I went straight to a one guard all the way open. And this isn't going to fade into that 2 open, but it's also not going to create a harsh line. And the reason why I'm doing that is because now I can easily fade from bald to a 1 open. And then my next guard is going to be that 1.5 guard to connect the 1 open to the 2 open. Okay. So we're going to start fading out the bottom half of this cut. We're going to start off with balding him out. I'm using my clipper all the way closed to start the initial guideline. And you can see that my son naturally doesn't have a lot of density of hair above his ear. So like if I was to do the blade open above his ear, it would look bald. It would look like there's no hair. So I use that as my reference point. Underneath that, we're going to go ahead and debulk it while we're here. We're going to take all that hair off on the bottom. And then I'm going to line him up. I'm going to line up the C cup. And we don't line up the front just because he likes his fringe really long. And I think that by not lining up the front or the vertical bars, you just have a nice natural flow into his fringe. So that's why we do that. And my son naturally has like a deep C cup, like a exaggerated C cup. So, all right, so now we are going to start fading down. Remember, we started with that 1 guard open. So underneath that, we're gonna go with the 1/2 guard all the way open. And then we're gonna close it little by little, but you could do the 1/2 guard all the way open, all the way around first, close it up a little bit, use that all the way around second, close it up some more, use it all the way around third, and then you should be ready to go ahead and fade out that bottom line. So please follow along. You can see the lever, different positions of the lever. You can see that I'm closing it little by little as I go down. Alright, so we've done that. Now we are going blade all the way open and fading down little by little. You guys can see that the fade is starting to come together, but we still have some bulk. And remember, we're just right now focusing on the bottom half. We'll get that the top half done once we've faded this bottom line out. So you can see on this side, we're doing the same thing that we did on the other side. So I'm gonna stay quiet for a little bit, let you guys follow along with the color guide on the bottom left corner. And guys, listen, I'm sorry about this really late upload. It's been a really busy day. So the Super Bowl is here in Tampa, and I had to cut hair all day pretty much. And most of it was a house call. And so those make me run behind even longer. So from this morning to just now, like, I've literally been out cutting. And I usually don't cut hair like that, but considering it's the Super Bowl, had to bless my peoples. It's gonna be a great weekend here in Tampa. Let's go Bucks. And you guys can see that because I kind of faded all the way around each step, the back is already kind of coming together. So the reason why I did the bottom half first is because to me it's the most difficult part. Where this part right here is just kind of making sure it flows nicely into the top. Making sure that this bottom half is nice and blended and you stay, you know, low enough to where you can have space to keep bulk. To me, that's really important. So I like to knock that out, and then I can focus on this top half. So remember when we started, we did a 2-guard open, and then we skipped to a 1-guard open. Well, this is the guard, the 1.5 guard, that meets those two in the middle. So that's why we jumped up to the 1.5 guard to kind of help with this transition in between that skip where we did a 1.5 guard, the 1 guard open after the 2 guard open. This side of my son's haircut is definitely harder than the other side. So I'm gonna have to spend a lot more time detailing on this side. And the reason why I believe is just because of his hair growth pattern on this side, and he has an indent on this side that he doesn't have on the other. And like my son's hair, it's like straight and then curls. And then some hair strands are straight, and then curls. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but they have, like, each hair strand has a different wave pattern, right? Like some of his hair is curly as heck, and then some of it is like just wavy, right? And I think that that's also why it makes it difficult to do a fade into longer curls like he prefers. Like if we just did a number 2 on the sides and faded it, it'd be easy because every hair strand would be straight, right? But because we're going into, I don't know, what is that, 2 inches on the sides around the parietal ridge, that changes things because some hair strands start to curl a 1/2 inch in length, right? Some start to curl an inch in length. But now that the blend is starting to come together on this side, as I detail, I go back and forth between the 3-2 and the 1.5. You just gotta be patient on this side. So I'm using blending shears here just to kind of help with any demarcations or lines. And then one thing you'll notice too, man, depending on the lighting and what angle you're looking at his haircut, it could look bulkier than it does when you're just looking at it straight on. That's what happens when you have like a lower compressed fade like that. It's one of those things that you're always going to find some angle where it looks bulkier than it does in other angles. So what I just try to do is manage that, make sure his head is turned in different angles with different lighting, and just do my best while I'm detailing to try to get it to look good regardless of how you look at the cut. But it's definitely one of those things where you will find an angle that doesn't work, and that's just how this cut is. Like a lot of times we kind of beat ourselves up about it, but I feel like it's normal to feel that way. Let me know if you guys know what I'm talking about in the comments, if you could relate to what I'm saying. All right, guys, so now I'm gonna go ahead and use the razor. That blend is looking pretty good, but like depending on the lighting and the angle, it looks different sometimes and it pisses me off. Sorry about the language, but it frustrates me, I ain't gonna lie. So look, I'm going back and cleaning it up, and it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good here, but again, like, we're our own biggest critic, and that's okay. I don't try to, pretend that I'm not, kind of beating myself about this cut. But guys, that was the before. This is the after. I told my son, like, bro, there was no low compressed drop fades. That was not an option for me as a kid. So I don't think you know how good you got it. Guys, I think the cut came out decent for what it's worth.
All right, son, do you like the cut?
Yeah.
Boy, you have no idea. When I was your age, I wasn't getting nice haircuts like this. Low fades, when I was your age, unbelievable. Love you.
It's my little man. Yo, we drop daily content on this channel, guys. I will see y'all tomorrow.